The news, talking heads, broadcast messages, press releases, they're telling you their side, but you just want the facts. And that's why you come to me. I give you the statistics without spin. Out of 116 million working age Nigerians, 35.5 million are employed full-time. That's 30%. I give you the context. I give you the history. I fight fake news with facts.
Kayode. No, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians.
720,000.
970,000.
Over 1 million Lagosians. They know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, on all you do, going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day, PVC collection is still ongoing. If you're one of the over 1 million Lagosians who haven't collected their voter's card, you dey for my hand, do. Shebi, 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong. All of us, they follow talk am together now. Whenever I see some of you in public, you say, President Sandra, 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong. Wanna don't be wrong. Go and get your PVC so that you can have your say in who governs you for the next 4 years. I keep saying that if you don't vote, you just voted for whoever wins. So even not voting is a vote. And like I say, some of you will say, I don't like all the choices. All the choices are bad. And it's your right to feel that way. But even if you say all of them are bad, there's a reason that there's bad, worst. There's good, better, best, I think. So you look at the options you have and you look for the least bad of all the options and vote for that person so that you prevent the worst of the options from winning. Whoever you think the least worst is or the worst is that you need to prevent from getting into office, it is up to you, but you have to vote. Shall vote. And you cannot do it without your PVC, so go and get your PVC. The second hard fact of today is congratulations, Taiwo Agbaje, for becoming the World Boxing Federation Intercontinental Featherweight champion on Monday night. I'm so happy to see young Nigerians dominating the world of sport. Whenever I see them, I have to give them big ups, man, because they're doing the thing. They're doing the damn thing. Third hard fact of the day, 376. That's how many new agencies and parastatals the Senate has proposed to create this year. We're saying government is expensive. We're saying government doesn't have money. Foreign reserves has less than $300,000 in it. But we're creating more agencies and parastatals. So much for the Orosanye report and all of the sound bites about reducing the size of government. Anyway, if you witness a story, call our newsroom directly on 01-465-7175. I've got a great show for you today. Let's start with the big three. Let's talk about President Buhari calling out the police for poor weapons handling. Then let's talk about the tragic deaths at the Calabar Carnival and Barracuda Beach. Then let's talk about Amotekun saying that they've secured the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Now, we've been giving away money to some people on the station. If you haven't received your money, it's probably because you've not replied our text message. The person that used to send the money sends a text to everyone after we give them the details of the winners. And you're supposed to respond to that text with your details if we don't already have your details. Or you're supposed to return the call from the number that called you. So please go and set your messages for a text message from us asking you for your account number. And send your account number so that you don't call me on the show and say, President Sandra, I've not gotten my money. I don't used to like those kind of calls because I don't like being an onibese. And when the onibese is not from my doing, it used to pay me even more. So please make sure that you haven't missed a call from us or missed a text message from us before you complain about not receiving our gift to you during this Christmas. And for all those who have received their money, congratulations and thank you for playing. Now, today's Wednesday, so I'm bringing you the glass ceiling. And on today's glass ceiling, we're going to wrap up our conversation about financial abuse. It's a conversation we started 3 weeks ago about men who sabotage their wives' businesses or jobs or careers. So at 4 o'clock today, we'll continue that conversation. We're going to focus on solutions to that problem. How do we protect women from their husbands who want to sabotage their jobs, their businesses, or their careers? On Balogun and Broad, the final one of 2022, let's talk about how businesses are doing over the holidays, because Christmas is peak period for some businesses and it's off season for some other businesses. That's part of why we have so many ads on Nigeria Info, because a lot of businesses are trying to advertise and trying to reach as many people as possible and remind them, hey, we're still in business, so come and buy from us, so patronize us. So, and they know that everybody listens to Nigeria Info, so that's why they all want to advertise here. But by January, all the long ads, it will reduce, and you and I can have as many conversations as we want to have for as long as we want to have them. So at 5 o'clock, let's have that conversation. Let's talk about where your business fits in this pattern. So for instance, for those who are e-hailing drivers who are driving for Bolt or Lagos Ride or Uber or all the number of rides out there, they made a killing this period. So I've parked my car for a while because I don't have fuel. And I don't have energy to go and queue up for fuel. I've been using Bolt to come to work for like maybe 3 weeks now. Maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks even. Since the fuel scarcity started, I've been using Bolt. And the prices like for the past 2 weeks have been ridiculous. But Bolt drivers are smiling to the bank. That's a businessman right there. So we'll talk about that at 5 o'clock today. Don't miss it. After the news at 6, I will bring you the AFCFTA show. The AFCFTA show talks to you if you're interested in exports. I've been learning so much. It's a show brought to you by Stanbic IBTC and Nigeria Info. And I've learned so much about all the potential for exports that exists within Nigeria, within Africa, and the rest of the world. So if you want to learn about being an exporter, if you want to figure out how you can get involved in the export business, I recommend that you keep listening until 6:30 when we'll have, 6:15 after the news at 6:15 when we have that conversation about exports and the potential for exports. Expect news, business and sports at the top of the hour every hour. But let's get started with today's Big Three. Lagos, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Should on-duty police officers have reduced access to guns? How can we maintain public safety during the festive season? Did road travel improve this season? Those are the Big Three, Lagos. Let's talk. For our first story, we're still looking at how ASP Vandi allegedly shot and killed Omobolanle Rahim on Christmas Day. Let's talk about how the police handle guns. Vandi is reportedly claiming that it was an accidental discharge. The Punch is reporting that Vandi cocked the gun to scare another motorist, then forgot to put the gun back in safe mode. So later, when Rahim's car was driving by, he was trying to cock the gun again to scare them, and then the gun went off and killed Omobolanle. I know. You're hearing that story and you're like, why should police be cocking guns to scare citizens at a traffic stop? Because cocking gun means I'm ready to shoot you. Why should a police officer be signaling readiness to shoot motorists? We no be armed robber, no be kidnapper, no be Boko Haram. Now, person when they drive motor, maybe like I said, they drive, you cock gun. Because look at that. The guy said, I cocked it to threaten another driver. I forgot to put it back into safe mode. Then when this one they come, I think saying I just normal cocking and one cock am again, the gun come fire. Person don't die. She's dead. These are people driving on the road. At worst, now traffic offense they don't commit. But Lagos, there's no traffic offense on earth, not one, where the driver deserves to be shot or to have their life threatened. Even that cocking gun to threaten driver, we no carry gun, we no threaten you. Why have the police force normalized pointing guns at motorists, cocking guns, shooting in the air, all these other uses of deadly force? Why have the police normalized it? President Buhari called the shooting, quote, a stark reminder of the recurring menace of the mishandling of weapons, end quote. Also, the Police Service Commission says that the police should improve officer training to prevent shootings. Lagos, remember that this is an ASP. So we all know that the police force has a serious weapons handling problem. But what is government doing about it? Well, at the level of training, what is being done to make sure that officers know how to handle guns and when to draw your gun? Because maybe every time you go draw gun. And at a policy level, what needs to change? Should we have fewer officers carrying guns while on patrol? Should we have fewer officers with assault rifles? Because AK-47s are not really for law enforcement too. Now, pistol, then suppose they carry, for example. Why can't more officers carry pistols? Speaking of the police, Commissioner for Police Abiodun Alabi paid a visit to Bolanle's mother. And I'm going to play the video for you on our live stream. Our live stream is Nigeria Info 99.3. That's on Facebook. YouTube Nigeria Info FM. I'm about to play that video for you of this visit by Commissioner for Police Abiodun Alabi to the mother of Bolanle.
My name is Nana.
Welcome, Nana.
So I think it's...
Okay, apologies about that sound there. I'm going to try and fix that so that we can play it for you.
tí ń rìn láti kékeré títí mo jíṣẹ́ mo jìyà lórí ẹ̀kọ́ mo kéré ọ̀sán dánwò kò sí nǹkan tí mo ṣe tọ́mọ mi fi di lọ́ọ̀yà àsìkò tó wá jẹ́ dùnú fún mi wọ́n sì mọ̀ mí lọ. Ẹ̀sìn àwọn àrùn kótókótó gbó àwọn àrùn máa tẹ̀ sí wọ́n ẹ fílẹ̀ fọlọ́ tó ọlọ́run ẹ fi sílẹ̀ jà fún mi ẹ fi sílẹ̀ fọlọ́ ọlọ́run jà fún mi ẹ fi sílẹ̀ fọlọ́ ẹ mọ̀ mí ọmọdún márùn-ún sí ọmọdún mẹ́fà sí ẹ̀fẹ̀ lórí child kí n tẹ́ sọ lọ́wọ́ ní wa ọlọ́run nìkan ló máa dùn àmì ọlọ́run ló máa dùn àmì kí gbogbo ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ àbọ̀ ní dájú gbogbo ẹ̀fọ́ ọlọ́run ti fi sílẹ̀ fún ẹbí fún ọlọ́run. Kọmíṣánná kò yí sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ tí mo ti ń rìn láti kékeré títí mo jíṣẹ́ mo jìyà lórí ẹ̀kọ́ mo kéré ọ̀sán dánwò kò sí nǹkan tí mo ṣe tọ́mọ mi fi di lọ́ọ̀yà àsìkò tó wá jẹ́ dùnú fún mi wọ́n sì mọ̀ mí lọ. Ẹ̀sìn àwọn àrùn kótókótó gbó àwọn àrùn máa tẹ̀ sí wọ́n ẹ fílẹ̀ fọlọ́ tó ọlọ́run ẹ fi sílẹ̀ jà fún mi ẹ fi sílẹ̀ fọlọ́ ọlọ́run jà fún mi ẹ fi sílẹ̀ fọlọ́ ẹ mọ̀ mí lọ. ọmọdún márùn-ún sí ọmọdún mẹ́fà sí ẹ̀fẹ̀ lórí child kí n tẹ́ sọ lọ́wọ́ ní wọn.
That's the mother of Omobalanle speaking there. She was talking about having to hawk to raise her child, send her to school to become a lawyer, and for this to happen. And the CP's words have caused some controversy. Some say that it makes no sense for the CP to tell her, leave it for God, since it's the police, not God, that should be providing justice here. But others see them as an innocent effort to console a grieving mother. Because after all, the suspect is in custody. But what do you think? 0700-993-993-993. 0700-993-993-993. We've got WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Women, call us on 01465-7190. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Why?
Sir. What's your...
It's comrade.
Comrade, welcome.
Sister, I'm not happy. I want total reduction of 80% of police handling guns. And I want them to be retrained and give some that are trained well to handle it. And let me tell an example. After they will be driving like this, you see some police, they will be sweating. They will wear jump up. They will carry guns. Then they run. Nobody say they push one job. In the floor, if you do like this, you go fear. So let them retrain them and some will carry. I know say Nigeria not good. But you know they say tomorrow you go here and center the charge. So let them do 6% them other than to stop all this center the charge. I support Amoteku. And let them face because of the best way. Because anytime I want travel, if any kidnapper there for road, I go kidnap that kidnapper, I go kidnap him.
All right, thanks for calling. 99.3. Hello. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Happiness of the crew.
Welcome, Happiness.
Compliments of the season.
Same to you, ma'am.
Sandra, honestly, so sad. My question to our government is that what are they doing to avoid these same acts from occurring again? What are they doing? Enjoy your day.
Thank you very much for calling, Happiness. 99.3.
Hello, Sandra Ezekwesili.
How are you, sir?
Very well. Happy Christmas.
Same to you.
I see the problem we have in Nigeria is inconsistency.
Okay.
The policemen that is on road are not supposed to have live rifle. What they're supposed to do is to give them rubber bullets.
Right.
If this man was shot with a rubber bullet, he would have died. So that is my humble advice. Mr. Clinton from Alabama.
Clinton, thank you very much for calling us from Alabama. We've got Tony from Alabama on the line. Hi, Tony.
Yeah, good afternoon, Madam Sandra.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about this police issue. Like, I watched the video this morning and I was so heartbroken. And then to follow it up, I saw another video of some policemen drinking. You could see almost 5 bottles of stout beers in front of them, and they are just laughing, and they were with guns. So the problem is, even though they have training, what is even the quality of their training?
Right.
How often do they do drug tests for them? How often do they even audit them and check them? It's not even about taking the guns away from them, because seriously, for me, the next president of Nigeria, I think there's one department, I think National Rotation Agency.
Right.
The whole country needs to be reorientated. It's not even just about the police, but the whole country entirely. So I think somebody needs to check the kind of training they give them.
Okay. All right, Tony. Thank you very much for calling. We also heard from the House of Reps. They've passed an interesting resolution. They've some of them to ban officers from drinking alcohol on duty. But here's the thing, Lagos, the police are already banned from drinking on duty. So does it make sense for the Green Chamber to be talking about an alcohol ban, or is that just playing to the gallery? I mean, if officers are still drinking, even though the police code outlaws drinking on duty, isn't the problem an enforcement problem instead of a rules problem? Second of all, the case is already being investigated. Is it the job of the National Assembly to investigate individual cases and to prosecute bad guys? Or is it their job to look into the systemic problems in the police force? Shouldn't they instead be summoning the IG and DIGs and CPs to explain why their weapons handling is so poor? Shouldn't they be summoning the Police Service Commission to find out why disciplinary measures are not working? Is the House of Reps doing its job, or is it doing eye service? 0700-993-993-993 We'll take a break. When we come back from this break, I'll take your thoughts on that story. I'll also bring you heartbreaking stories out of Calabar and Lagos, where holiday goers lost their lives, some to drunk drivers, others to the sea.
And I think they have the rights.
They cannot go to stop insecurity. It's to force people to take vaccine. Let them come and kill me. I can never take it.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We were with you every dawn.
I am Ifeemi Andrew.
My name is Wemi Mo Adewale.
I'm Femi D. Amele.
We were with you every morning.
I am Jude Omanegbe.
My name is Mary Anoko.
My name is Stretch.
Hi, my name is Ella Fizi.
We were with you every lunchtime.
I am Dennis Wallo.
Hello, my name's Joyce Onyemora.
Every afternoon.
My name is Kimberly Wachuku.
I'm Sam Oracle Chinedu.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
And every evening and weekends.
My name is Constance Mega.
My name is Deborah Ohamara.
My name is Ada Blessing.
As you look back on the years that was, do it with those that brought the year to you.
All right, we'll get started with the stories in a bit.
Join us at Nigeria's Info's Roundtable.
For 3 days, let's talk about the biggest stories of the second half of the year.
Wednesday, December 28th from 10 a.m. to noon.
Thursday, December 29th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Friday, December 30th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
The Nigeria Info Roundtable.
Let's talk.
Hey, football is back.
For real?
Oh, yes, it's back.
I'm so going for it.
I'm in.
And I'm in. My name is Peter Rufa, a.k.a. Dodo Mayana.
for every moment.
Introducing Cadbury Caramel Candy, Cadbury Coffee, and your favorite Cadbury Buttermint candies. Now there's lots more to share and enjoy.
Oh yeah, it's a Cadbury candy for every moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Alibaba's January 1st concert, the premium event that will come to New Year. January 1st concert has hosted band Omaumi, Femi Kuti, Burna Boy, Olamide, Tiwa Savage, Pato Rankin, One Day Cole, M.I., Tibi Dakolo, Waje, Timaya, Vector, Praise, Dare, Shida Peters, Adewale Yuba, and many more. And this year we bring you the legend Tubaba and the electrifying B Square. It's January 1st, 2023 at Eco Hotels, time 6 p.m. Regular tickets 10,000 naira. For table bookings, call 080-3333-0000. Alibaba's January 1st concert is powered by Optiva Capital.
Book a ride on Anaya to move around Lagos. From Lekki to Oshodi, from anywhere to everywhere. Try Anaya and you won't go back to your old ways of moving around Lagos. Hurry and download Anaya app today and get your first ride for free using the promo code First Ride. Anaya, ANAYER. The power to move.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and our first story looked again at how ASP Vandy allegedly shot and killed Omobolanle Rahim on Christmas Day. I told you President Buhari called the shooting, quote, a stark reminder of the recurring menace of the mishandling of weapons. I also told you that the House of Reps passed an interesting resolution. They resolved to investigate the killing, prosecute the officers involved, ban officers from drinking alcohol on duty. And like I was asking before the break, officers are not supposed to drink on duty. Their police code bans them from drinking while on duty. So it's not a new rules problem, it's an enforcement of already existing rules problem, and this case is already being investigated. So is it the job of the National Assembly to investigate an individual case and prosecute the bad guys, or is it their job to, I don't know, look into the systemic problems in the police force? Shouldn't they be summoning the IG, the DIG, the commissioners to explain why an officer will cock gun and point at a driver who is unarmed, who is not a threat to the officer? Shouldn't they be summoning the Police Service Commission to find out why disciplinary measures are not working? Is the House of Reps doing its job here? I've been an eye service and they do. Why is weapons handling such a widespread problem with our police? How do we fix it? Is it training? Is it zero tolerance for poor handling? Should the rules be made stricter? Should fewer police have access to weapons? What should happen here? 014657190 for women. Men, call us on 0700-993-993-993. Hello.
Hey, Sandra.
My guy, welcome.
Oh, I'm just in tears for this woman.
I know.
This is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
All she did, hugged oranges, this or that, to train her child. This is what she gets.
Right.
What kind of world are we? What kind of country is this? How will this woman get justice now? A man that was supposed to come straight to tell you, are telling and God. I didn't hear that man say anything like, you will get justice.
Say leave it to God.
Say leave it to God. That is what we do in this part of the world. Everything God. God is tired of Nigeria now. It's the only Nigeria God created. I don't know how this woman is going to cope with this situation. I've not met this woman that was accused. I've not met, but I am pain. I'm pain. I feel what she's feeling. I know how it is. Oh, God. I don't know what is going to happen. The president must be involved in this. He must not just make any statements. All those statements we used to hear that will just go, like normal statements. This must be firm. The president must be firm on this. This is a lady that her life has just been taken. I didn't even know yesterday that she had twins.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama, I don't know how this woman is going to cope. I'm sad. Thank you, Sandra.
Kevin, thank you so much for calling. Let's bring you our second story. Unfortunately, more bad news. At Christmas, a driver at the carnival lost control of their car and drove into a crowd. We're not yet sure what exactly caused the crash. Governor Ben Ayade says the police are investigating and they're going to bring the driver to book. There's speculation about whether or not the driver was drinking. And of course, during this festive season, there's lots of alcohol flowing everywhere. But remember, it's still illegal to drink and drive. That's also why I like that I'm entering a lot of Bolt and Uber this period, because I'm going to a lot of people's houses and eating a lot and drinking a lot, and it's simply irresponsible to drink and drive. Be bad guy, be James Bond, be doing. It's simply safer to not do it. And we also had another tragedy closer to home. 3 men drowned at Barracuda Beach in Ajah. 2 of them swam out to rescue the first man, but they died before they could get to him. And I want to know your thoughts on these terrible tragedies happening during these holidays. Are there precautions that you are taking as you celebrate and as you make merry? How are you protecting yourself from people who may take their own celebrations too far? When I started learning how to drive, my father used to tell me, you have to assume that everybody on the road is mad and you're the only sane person. So it made me a really defensive driver. So how are you ensuring that you're protecting yourself from people who may take their own celebrations too far as you celebrate holidays? 01465 7190, that's for women. Men, call us on 0700 993 993 993. Hello, thanks for calling us.
Hello, Sandra. How are you?
Very well, welcome.
This is Alex.
Hi, Alex. Compliments of the season.
Yes, compliments of the season. You see, Sandra, I'm very saddened by the story of this lady, and of course, all the other Nigerians that have needlessly lost their lives to this police recklessness.
Right.
Sandra, I would like to challenge the federal government to prove to Nigerians that this person, this police officer, attended primary school, secondary school, and possibly a decent special institution. They should prove it to us. Okay. You see, there's something wrong with right from our recruitment process. You see, this kind of job is a sophisticated one. No matter how much you try to make it look like some kind of menial job in Nigeria by how much they are paid, okay? Security at that level is a sophisticated job. You can't hire a staff agent. Look, I can guarantee. That's why I say if the police has evidence that this man is educated, you bring it forward. There is something that education does to a human being. You see when heroes come out sounding brilliant, looking really fly and all of those things, yes? There is something, it's true. Can you tell me that same thing trickles down to the people the people who encounter face-to-face the Nigerian people? There is something wrong with our quality of recruitment. And you see, that happens also in our civil service. It happens literally everywhere. That's why everything is upside down. Our budgeting process, you'll be shocked, you'll faint if you hear the level of, you hear the very abysmal level of initiative that is put into some of these very sophisticated projects. We're talking about a country here. I say it from time to time that Nigeria runs like a small-scale business. But people think one is just being kind of offhandish about Nigeria and, our issues and all that. But we're in a very serious situation. They should prove to me, not just this man who shot, but that they should prove to me that there's a police station in this country where all of them are educated from primary, secondary, and a tertiary. They should show us. You can't just suddenly adopt that level of sophistication when you are yourself an illiterate, a stark illiterate. Forget about the drinking and all. I know, even that drinking, Sandra, I know that educated people drink up to the point of, but there is some kind of decorum that education brings to a human being. Even that, in its most basic level, is lacking. What do you expect? It's chaos in the land. It's total chaos.
Alex, thank you very much for calling. 99.3, hello. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm okay. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Sunday. I'm calling from Ikola.
Sunday, welcome. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Sandra, let me say, in fact, might just speak broken this afternoon because the situation on ground is very terrible. And according to my own statistics here now, I would say Nigeria, out of about 95% of Nigerians are living in danger. And why did I say this? Because of lawlessness. We have people who are in the system and they are not working. And a situation like this has been occurring. And a situation like this, I think with what has happened, if the government cannot look into this, that means we have a long way to go. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. We've got Obioma on the line. Hi, Obioma. Good to have you on the show. Welcome. All right, we don't have Obioma on the line anymore. Let's go to social media where Andy says, President Sandra, hearing the death of that lawyer, my heart bleeds. I know what I'm paying every year for my daughter that is in law school. May God console their entire family. Alaba Lakbe says, may the soul of the late barrister rest in perfect peace and grant her family the fortitude to bear the loss. Not all police officers should be allowed to carry guns, and those who are should be subjected to psychiatric test every 3 days or minimum 1 week, so that we'll be knowing the health status of those who carry AK-47 to secure Nigerians. Look, Nigeria police should have it in mind. They are not used to guns. They are not to use guns to kill, but to protect us. Sandra, I cannot talk about these sad stories that came with this Christmas in Lagos, Calabar, Kaduna, Zamfara, and Niger states. I just pray to Almighty Allah to console all these families. Let's talk to Jibril Alabi. Hi, Jibril. Good to have you on the show. Welcome.
Hi, Sandra. How are you doing?
Welcome. Go ahead.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Hello, Sandra. A lawyer, it's really sad, she's really promising and these things keep happening. You see, and I think we all have a role to. Okay, I'll give you 2 examples of my encounter with the police back home in Nigeria. There was a time I was working with these 2 banks in Nigeria, different times. So first one was somewhere else in Southwest, so it's not even the same place. So it's the same behavior, different places. I was going to pick cash from CBN, and we were out there, and one of these police officers just shot into the bush for no reason.
Ooh.
We go with them. He just shot into the bush for no reason, and I asked, after we got to the bank, what happened? Why did you shoot? And he was like, I had some rustling in the bush. It could have been a farmer. It could be anyone.
Oh, my.
You shouldn't, and you see, we pick up these guys already drunk. Everybody knows that. We pick them up already drunk. So the other scenario was when I picked another guy, and this was even in Lagos, and we were supposed to go load the ATM. And after loading they wait for me outside, and I go in to load the ATM and come back, and this guy was already sleeping. His gun was on the side, and he slept off for so long. I was there. I sat down waiting for him to wake up. I took the gun.
Ooh.
I took the gun, and I was waiting for this guy. Yeah, I took the gun from him, and I woke him up. And I'm like, do you know what your job is, sir? And he was saying, Organovex. I mean, he was drunk. We picked them up already drunk from so they know, the inspectors, everybody knows the ones that are always drunk in the morning. This is 7 a.m. sometimes.
Oh, my.
So why I'm saying we all have a role to play was, in my own case even, I could have reported that guy or one of them. Maybe I was scared too, I don't know. But, if we summon that courage to report these guys and say, you know what, I'm not comfortable working with this guy. This is what he does all the time. And file a report with my own employer too.
It might change something.
maybe something could have happened. I might have saved someone.
Okay, all right. Thank
Thank
you
you,
today
Sandra.
for calling us.
Have a good day.
You too. I've got Azu Frank on the line. Hi, Frank. Good to have you on the show. You're going to need to unmute yourself because I muted you earlier on. Can you hear me, Frank? All right, go ahead.
You hear me now?
Yes.
All right. I listening to it's nice talking with you. So listening to your intro, I could feel the frustration from your voice. It was really, really painful. It's a very painful experience. See, Sandra, and I was like, if Sandra is sounding like this, a lady, you know they meet these guys. Oh, when I was in Nigeria, we be guys, so we meet these guys. I've been to, I went to see a friend of mine, a welder. So we went to visit. We were just in front of the shop. It's a friend, a welder, and this police guy just came out. My friend was like, "Hey, sorry, what is it?" He brought out his ID card. It was like, "Go inside the bus." As he was bringing out the ID card, I slapped full one. In fact, the next thing, the ID card was in the gutter. Me, I just entered the bus. I could not shout. At the end of the day, went to the police station. What happened? Reading several times. Everybody has his own story. I've been accosted. You are driving on the streets of Lagos. They stop you like in this Gestapo manner. They cock the gun, and the sound of that cock will first of all give you this OBC. Your mind just fly.
Your heart will enter your belly.
Do not end with find us something. Look, what am I trying to say? Your topic, should the police carry guns? We as a people, what kind of police do we want? There are countries.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We've lost the connection to Azu. I hope he does call us back. But Amotakun says that they've ended kidnapping on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. That's our third and final story on today's Big Three. So it's not all bad news today. Olayinka Olayanju is the Oyo State Amotekun commandant. And he says, quote, both Oyo and Ogun State governments have moved together and had joint security teams. In the last 6 weeks, we've been on that road. I can tell you that no single incident has happened on the road. I can also tell you that the kidnappers of Professor Agbaje and others have been mopped up. We've been able to arrest all the people involved. The first thing we did was to mop up their weapons. They were about 5 in number. We did that through the intelligence that the people gave us. The police were able to follow up using technology to arrest every member of that group. Since then, there has been no incident of kidnapping along that axis, end quote. Now, I know that many of you traveled between Ibadan and Lagos over this festive period, or you know people that did. What was your assessment of the security and safety? You hear Olayanju speaking. Do his words ring true for you? Now, let's move from the west to the east. You know that the federal government opened the second Niger bridge for Christmas traffic, and the federal government says that it relieved traffic on the first bridge. So if you know anybody who traveled to the east these past few days, what was their experience at Head Bridge? Travel is one of the big things right now because of Christmas and New Year. So I wonder how highways were this season. What was the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway like? Was it safer? Were the Niger bridges free? Let me know. 0700-993-993. Hello. Thanks for calling us.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name, sir?
I'm so grateful having access to you.
Yes, I'm glad you're here.
You know that, since that incident, I've never been myself.
Oh.
I've been sobbing so incessantly.
Oh.
And the so-called CP will come over and say, leave it to God. I feel like no. If he were in that shoes, having a daughter completely snubbed out of life, we hated this. This must never go. There is one thing I've studied in policing. Majority of them are envious for no just cause, for no just reason. I'm totally disappointed in them. We are supposed to have them as friends, cronies, brothers, sisters, but the reverse is the case. Alex has said it all. I don't think a lot of them are educated. Sheer display of bravado and ignominy. I'm trying to watch my word, though.
Yeah, thank you.
I am sobbing. I'm telling you, till this moment.
I'm sorry.
And if justice is not brought if any display of shenanigans, bamboozling, whatever, indeed God would descend on that whole family of that man that did that havoc, and probably extend it to other officers. That's all I need to say.
All right. Thank you, sir, for calling to say it. Let's take a look at messages on WhatsApp. This one says, human beings have constructed more technically difficult Lagos Ibadan Expressway in 12 days. We've used almost 25 years to remake it. Sandra, I wish you compliments of the season. I'm tired of talking, commenting, lamenting, complaining, getting angry, reacting to Nigeria's daily list of news. I believe every country will get daily reports of bad news, but this country has consistent and sustained progressive encounters, events, policies, and reports that regularly balances the socio-political bad news. Nigeria just has a very low harvest of good news to report. What we call good news are so low, way low down the chain of humanity's achievements. We're so much a hunting and gathering society existing in AI and 5G generation. Ooh, Ayo, Peter, you're in there with that message there. Ajayi from Surulere says, police officers should no longer be allowed to have access to guns. The government should only allow top officers that can go through a course to qualify those who pass the course to get a license. All right. Hamid Kuti from Aworoshonki says, I don't think our police are trained properly on how to handle rifle. So many trainings and warnings need to be given out to our police. Their carelessness is getting out of hand. The last time I visited the beach was in 1993, and I never moved close to the water. People need to value their lives beyond these mundane things, Adewale says on WhatsApp. Crate says the Green Chamber can conduct an investigative hearing with a view to see what can be done to prevent future occurrence and possibly give punishment to others in negligence of process and procedures. While Alex can posit education as our bane, I beg to differ. Law enforcement is our biggest wahala, Chris. Thank you very much. Sandra, whoever should be talking to the lady's mother should be assuring her of justice, and soon, not asking her to leave it to God, because God is even tired of the malady of the Nigerian state. Justice is what should be done, and done fast. The president and the IG of police should pick up the case. David with that message on WhatsApp there. Brian David in Cotton says, while in Sierra Leone, our weapon is on handguard position and finger on trigger only during war. But in ceasefire, we only sing on our rifle, even on checkpoint. Here in Nigeria, the police are always on handguard position, finger on trigger, as if they are at war with the civilians they're supposed to protect. What a shame. I love the messages you sent to me, and I love the thoughts you shared during our conversations over the phone. Thank you for sharing them with me. Stick around, we'll take a break. When we come back, let's pivot to human interactions. Husband and wives, it's coming up on the glass ceiling.
We don't die for where we did, oh yeah. Now so promise and fail, oh yeah. And we don't wait, PDP come again, Jandoma loli.
Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor as governor of